All right, what's up, everybody? We are on the third episode of Demon Slayer, and for me, of course, this is my second time now watching it because I watched the first two episodes back to back. Yeah, and I was just thinking about it for a little bit, man, but I feel like I am into this right now as much as one possibly could be after two episodes. I've really enjoyed seeing where the story has gone so far, and I don't know, it's just like... It's funny because right now over on Patreon, where the first two episodes are up at the moment, I've already had some feedback from people and stuff, right? And just, their thoughts and stuff. At the moment, there's a bunch of people over there, especially who are big Attack on Titan fans, right? Because that's the series that I started out with on my channel. And they're all really trying to downplay the story a little bit, or I guess they're just really trying to set the right expectations for me, saying that this isn't gonna be as crazy and over the top as the story in Attack on Titan obviously is, right? But I never wanted that even in the first place necessarily out of it. I never expected that either. It's just like I enjoy the fact that I can do both simultaneously, and with this show I won't have to do most likely too much thinking in advance and keeping track of everything. I can just kind of sit back and enjoy the experience for what it is. But that being said, I will say that I do find the story so far, what's been presented at least, it's been tackled really well. I feel like, especially that first episode, for example, it hit all the right notes, in my opinion. The way we're literally seeing in those first 5 to 10 minutes or whatever, we're getting introduced to Tanjiro, our protagonist, and his family, and seeing how much they care for each other, right? And it's like the music that's kicking in is awesome, and it's like it immediately hits all the right notes. It sets the foundation very well. Of course, in that same episode, then we find his family literally murdered there, and it's like, man, I mean, I really felt something there, you know what I mean? So I feel like emotionally it's doing a great job already. And other than that, I like the sceneries that we're seeing, the color palette that they're using, and all these environments. I made a comparison very much to kind of Ghost of Tsushima, which was a game that I played last year. And I don't know. I mean, the setting, which is, I assume it takes place just in Japan, right? But it's like, it's really reminiscent in that way already to that game, because that's what I played most recently that took place in a similar setting, I guess. I don't know, it's just like, that combined with the music and then the story, like I said. And then there's something else which people pointed out is what apparently really this show is known for a lot, is the animation. So I guess, there's going to be a bunch of crazy fight sequences and stuff. And even though I'm not naturally... too interested in those, I would say. Like, I tend not to be too much... I feel like action always... Like, action has its purpose and stuff, right? But I do feel like there needs to always be a great backdrop for me to care about the action. If I don't care about the characters actually in these action scenes, or about the storyline, then I won't care as much for the action either. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like right now already I am caring about the characters enough, and... as much as I would have wanted to in advance, I guess, that like I feel like I'm really gonna enjoy this ride, like I said. So where are we currently at? Well, of course, Tanjiro and his sister, they traveled. In the first episode, they met this guy, Giyu. I forgot his second name, but the names are very complicated, right? Tomioka or something, I feel like it was. But they met Giyu, who was kind of a demon hunter himself. He sent them on the path to this other guy who was called Sakonji something. Again, I told myself, like, I'm going to be memorizing these first names, and then the second ones I can leave behind, right? But Sakonji, the guy with the nose mask, and he's kind of he accepted Tanjiro as his student, he said. So where do we go from there? I have absolutely no idea. There was actually one thing that I quickly still wanted to mention. I realized that last time around in the last episode, I had this theory that like Giyu and this Sakonji guy were like communicating to each other almost spiritually or whatever. I don't know why I thought that, because we literally in that same scene after like 10 seconds, we saw him holding a letter. So he was clearly just reading the letter that he received from Giyu. So again, I have no idea why that was on my mind at that time. I think it was because there was a similar scene already that had happened earlier in that episode where there wasn't a letter involved, or not that we saw any or something. So that's what made me develop that theory, I guess. And then initially when that second scene started, I thought that that was actually confirmation that that was going on, but clearly it was not. So scratch that. I tend to make mistakes every now and then, obviously, while reacting to a show like this, so keep that in mind. I always do try to reflect on things that I said in previous episodes in the intros over here, so that's what I'm going to continue to do, obviously. But yeah, that being said, looking forward to getting into episode 3 here, which I see is called Sabito and Makomo. I hope I'm saying those names right. I feel like if I'm naturally inclined to pronounce them the way I would, then that wouldn't be the actual ways they're supposed to be pronounced. So just now I tried to pronounce it in the way that I think it would be pronounced in Japanese. But yeah, that being said, very much looking forward to it. Of course, the next 8 episodes are already up over on my Patreon, so we are going to be at like episode 11 over there right now. If you enjoy my reactions, you can support me and already catch up all the way until episode 11 over there, as well as, of course, full-length reactions if you want to watch the entire episodes along with me. But then, with that being said, let's start Demon Slayer episode 3. So you're keeping a journal, or like keeping track of his adventures in a journal himself or something? They're gonna go on some type of training by themselves? I guess so. Leaving the sister behind for now. Demon Slayer Corps, I love it. Unrecognized by the government.
古より存在していて今日も鬼を狩る。しかし、鬼殺隊を誰が率いているのかは謎に包まれていた。鬼。
Okay. I mean, we saw Giyu standing there just now, right?
人間を殺して食べる。体の形を変えたり、異能を持つ鬼もいる。太陽の光か、特別な刀で首を切り落とさない限り殺せない。
Sunlight or decapitation with a special sword. I don't know how important all those details would be going forward, but I might have to watch this a second time because that went pretty fast.
藤重ね山で行われる最終選別で生き残らなければならない。 最終選別を受けていいかどうかはわしが決める。
Okay, okay. Reminds me of my driving instructor. But so are the demons also known to be setting these traps then, I wonder? Or is it just because they strike out of nowhere? Man, I would definitely have sore. Yeah. You gotta hold them right. Yeah, this guy means business. I do wonder if there's anything he could ultimately do for the sister, though. Really trying to kill him. Yeah, he's skilled for sure. I guess he's that confident in his own skills that he says, like, you don't have to hold back, you can just kill me, really. But you can't.
そうだ。そして、10ある水の型すべてをお前に教え。
Water breathing.
よし、呼吸。違う。型。はい、こうですか。違う。
In all fairness, can you ever do anything right with this guy? That's what I wonder about. Oh, I love it, man.
それから禰豆子が目覚めなくなって
Oh shit.
半年経つ。眠り続けるのはおかしい。
I guess that just comes along with her demon transformation. That she now, for some reason, does this.
朝起きたらコトンと死んでしまっているんじゃないか。
Yeah, I mean, you don't know
そう
what could happen.
考えない日はない。
Like, they don't, I assume they don't really possess that much information about these demons and stuff,
山下りは
right?
もっと険しく空気の薄い場所での訓練になる。
Although she was a special case in the first place, but... Yeah, I will say this is a very visually pleasing show to watch already. I just really like all the different views we're seeing, and again, what I said in the intro, but the color palette and the environment, it's all so nice. It's a treat to the eyes, literally.
あとはお前次第だ。お前がわしの教えたことを消化できるかどうか。ついてこい。この岩を切れたら、
Oh shit.
最終選別に行くのを
Slice it with what? The sword?
岩って切るものだっけ？
I don't think it is.
切れる気がしない。鱗滝さん、待ってください。鱗滝さん。
What, he's just gonna leave him there until he accomplishes it?
鱗滝さんは
Wow, what a...
何も教えてくれない。
You gotta love this. I love these little sequences where they show him struggling.
鱗滝さんに習ったことを毎日繰り返した。もっとやらないと。もっと。
So is his purpose literally to make him train so hard until he just gives up or something, or
ダメなのか。
because there's no way you can ever train yourself to the level where you can actually do this?
ああ、くじけそう。負けそう。頑張れ俺、頑張れ。
Unless he's supposed to do it with his head.
うるさい。
But I don't think that's possible either. Oh, what the fuck? Hello? This guy would get cancelled on Twitter. Yeah, I called this a loading screen last time and somebody told me as well, like, this is apparently where they would do like an ad break or something if you're watching it on a different kind of platform or something.
鍛錬を。
いつまで地面に尻をついているのか構えもせずにさあかかってこい。
でも君は木刀で、俺は真剣だ。
I would assume this guy is pretty skilled as well, so don't worry about it.
それは心配していただいてありがたいことだ。お前は俺に怪我をさせると思っているわけだ。
That remains the biggest difference between Tanjiro and a lot of other characters that we've seen so far. They're very cold and, you know, skilled and analytical, and Tanjiro is somebody who cares, you know? Even though he's also clearly talented and skilled.
お前は何も身につけてない。お前は知識としてそれを覚えただけだ。お前の体は何も分かってない。お前の血に
You're listening to what somebody is telling you, but you're not truly applying it. You know?
鱗滝さんが教えてくれた全ての極意を決して忘れることなどないように。
前に進めないこれ以上。
進め。男なら男に生まれた。
Damn, that has to hurt, even though it's a wooden sword. Oh, somebody else?
あとは任せるぞ。
Something tells me she is not as innocent as she would seem right now. She's probably just as skilled as him.
きの見たか。
Or maybe not.
あんな風になりたい。俺もなれるかな、あんな風に。
きっとなれるよ。私が見てあげるもの。
可愛らしい。その女の子はマコモと言った。あの少年はサビトだと教えてくれた。
私たち鱗滝さんが大好きなんだ。
この言葉はマコモの口癖だった。
Okay.
二人は兄弟ではない。孤児だったのを鱗滝さんが育てたそうだ。マコモは少し変わった子だった。
Yeah, you can say that.
言うことがふわふわして。
Mysterious might be a better word.
全集中の呼吸はね、体中の血の巡りと心臓の鼓動を速くするの。人間のまま鬼のように強くなれるの。
Makes you as strong as a demon while still being human.
血の中にたくさん空気を取り込んで。
Wow, I love the way this is all visualized, man. So impressive.
慌てて熱くなって強くなる。
Muscle fibers.
どうやったらできるかな。
死ぬほど鍛える。結局それ以外にできることないと思うよ。
腕が足がちぎれそうなほど刀を振った。それでもサビトには勝てなかった。半年経つまでは。
Took him 6 months.
今日こそ勝つ。
Well, I guess he already just spoiled just now that he won this
真正
one.
面からの勝負は単純だ。より強く、より速い方が勝つ。
There's the breeding.
一瞬で勝負は決まった。この日、この瞬間初めて俺の歯が先にサビトに届いた。
Ah, he cut his mask in half so now he can see who he is.
サビトは笑った。
That's actually
泣きそうな。
fantastic.
勝ってね、炭治郎。あいつにも。
Which guy?
サビトの面を切ったはずの俺の刀は
Okay.
岩を切っていた。
Ah, that's it. Oh man, what a great episode. What an enjoyable show, dude. I love it. Alright, well that was another absolutely fantastic episode. I really just, again, I can't stress out enough how the number one word that comes to my mind when describing this show right now is just that it's super enjoyable. It's just like, yeah, I don't know. I'm like I said, I'm sitting back and I'm enjoying the ride for what it is. And I just feel like, I don't know, it's so well made. The production values stand out so much, whether it's the interesting shots or the very clever and creative ways that they kind of, yeah, I guess that's what I wonder about near the end here. So was the boulder supposed to kind of, I guess, represent Sabito himself or something, like, or Tanjiro, I guess, would be ready, right? The moment it got sliced would be the moment where he was basically ready for his next step, whatever that may be. And so now the fact that he actually beat this Sabito guy who was somehow working together along with the trainer guy, yeah, now that he actually managed to slice his mask off and stuff, that signified like the way I am, right? But I'm assuming the boulder, like, he didn't even do that himself. It just like somehow broke because he managed to slice off the mask and stuff, right? But yeah, I don't know, man. Like I said, it's the production values that stand out. You know, the quick little scenes that they show where they were, you know, they're displaying the body, like I said, with the muscle flash. You know, all the what would normally, I guess, could be seen as kind of trivial things or something, but like how they keep focusing on his training techniques and everything, right? Like, okay, manage your breathing and keep cool. Don't whine out loud or whatever, right? Keep your annoyances from within. Never give up. Keep going. It's like, I don't know. I really like the way they're displaying it all. And you know, again, it's like I wonder where the story itself is still gonna go, because that's the, I guess, you know, that's where a lot of mystery still remains right now, you know, like, for example, what happened to the sister, right? And again, they're not like Attack on Titan would do. Attack on Titan gives you plenty back of your head as you're progressing, and to then, you know, pull back things from your memory that you can apply in a situation now, like, okay, this will come in handy here, and now you can actually figure out what could happen or something, right? I can't really do that with this show. It's much harder to make predictions of like, okay, where is this gonna go? Because I don't really know as much. So again, it's like, you know, the way that teasing how the sister is, she just kind of fell asleep for like, what was it mentioned? 6 months, I think it was, or something. No idea why that is. They had that little sequence there in the beginning, which seemed to go a little bit fast. I did watch it back, and it was actually much more straightforward than I initially thought that it was. Again, the second viewing always helps with that, but just kind of talked about how there is the Demon Slayer corpse or whatever, right? Full of people with this task of defeating the demons. We know that Gyu is one of them, and they talked about how the leader apparently is like not known publicly. So I assume they emphasized how like, yeah, the Demon Slayers, they don't. If they lose their limbs, then they're beings like everybody else, basically, right? So yeah, I don't know, man. Again, it's like I don't really have much else to add other than that, but I think that's plenty. I really have been enjoying this so far, and I'm gonna dive straight into episode 4 and see what that will bring. So very much looking forward to it. And of course, for now, should you already want to watch my reaction to the next 8 episodes, they will be up over on Patreon. So that will be linked on top of the description. Over there, you can watch up until episode 11, as well as full-length reactions if you want to watch the entire episodes along with me. But then, with that being said, hope you enjoyed my reaction, and I look forward to seeing you back in the next episode.